Welcome back again to this session. We are going to have our PLSQL session today, and we are going to start the class where we left yesterday. So let me share my screen. Meanwhile, you can ask, or if you have any doubt, or if I'll not be audible, if there is any issue, you can interrupt me in between. Okay. So you guys can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to open the workspace what I have created for future developer, I mean, session. So here I'm going to enter my credential. So here we have this SQL workshop tab. Let's click on this. And here we have SQL commands. Let's click on this again. And we will get an editor, something like this. So here we can write all our SQL codes. So our in today's session, uh, I'm going to explain you the code what we have, I mean where we have left yesterday. Okay, so what I can do, I'll quickly. So our today's agenda will be maybe we'll be going through. We have done till here order by clause and where clause, where you can filter your data and you can sequence your data. I hope you remember. Today we are going to cover this relational operator part, where we, as you can see, we have a lot of relational operator here in SQL, Oracle SQL language. So I'll explain you these relational operator one by one, and then I'll show you what is the use of these relational operator in our SQL query, what we can do with these relational operator. So the first one is equals to. So this is same. These are nothing but mathematically we also use these kind of relational operator. Some other relational operators are there, as you can see, not in, not between x and y, not like. These are special kind of relational operator, you can say, where which is getting used in Oracle database itself by SQL language. So let's check the first one first. Equals. So what it does, we call it as equal operator actually. And what it does, if we want to compare two informations with some equality equation, so there we use this equal uh, relational operator. Then we have this not equals to, we say it inequality relational operator. So this is a symbol if we want to compare two data but both data are not equal. So in that case we use this not equal to relational operator. Then we have this greater than when we want to compare the greater information, greater data with the column name or whatever. So there we use this greater than relational operator. Then we have this less than. Then we have this greater than and less than. And then we have this not in relational operators. What it does, if we want to say that there is some information, let's say there is a salary column and this salary not in between, not in 3000 5000. Let's say we have a lot of 5 6 fields are there for, let's say here we have 6000 and 7000 like that, and we want our information to be like the salary, the output should not fall in any of these salaries. So in that case we use this not in operator. Then we have between x and y, the information is like we want some data which should fall between some x data and some y data, like that. So here 3000 is x and 5000 is y. So this is how we use this between x and y relational operator. Then we have not like. What it does, let's say if we want to compare any string or any column name with uh, with a character, so we say that our output should look like this or it should not look like this. So we have like operator, we have not like operator for that. Then we have simple addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. So these all are nothing but relational operators. I'll show you example of all these relational operator one by one in SQL command. So let me see what table we have here, so that we will directly take table data and we can accordingly perform our operation. So we have this FD project table. So let me take this table for example. For example, we'll be working on this FD projects table. So I hope this screen is visible to you, or this is very small.
It is visible.
It's visible.
Okay, fine, fine. So
A
here we
little
have
bit small.
small. I have enlarged it. So let me do it 110. Hopefully it is visible now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, great. So I'm going to do this select star from this table. Name of the table is FD project. Let me run this and we will get some information. Something like this. Okay, so for time being, let's say, let me drop this ID column because this ID column is unnecessary, creating problems. So how we can drop this column, I'll show you. Alter table, the name of the table, drop ID. So using this command, I think we can drop this column.
So you just mentioned drop column, alter table,
Drop
table
column.
name, drop column.
Right. Drop column, column name. So table got altered, and now we will not be able to see that that column. Okay. So now we have this table, this information. Now what we are going to do, we are going to use our relational operator one by one to see how we can perform our information. So let's say we will see this equal operator first. So let me copy this code. This is simple select statement with some relational operator. So hopefully this will be understandable for beginners. I know experienced people can grab it easily, but for beginners this will be helpful. So let me so here what we have written, select ename. So we will select project name here. So let's say we'll be selecting project, and we can select one more column as task name. So we have these two columns, and then we have from this table, from FD project, where we'll see budget. Let's say we'll see budget, not salary. So budget equals 500. So now what will happen? Here, as you can see, we have a lot of information where budget is 100, 300, 600. So we want only those data, those project name and task name where budget is 500. So let me select it and run it. So as you can see, we have project name and task name, and let's say let me select one more column here as budget. So see, for all these projects, we have budget as 500. Other budget projects are not coming here because we have filtered it using this relational operator under where clause. Okay, we call it as where clause. So hopefully you got the first one, equals to. Now let's see for second one, not equal to. For that, what we will do, let me copy the same code, or let me edit it here itself. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to just write not equals to. What this will do, it is not going to take those information where budget is 500. So let me run it and we'll show you the information, the output. So as you can see here, we have all the information which is where budget is not 500. Okay. So all the informations, all the project name and these things where 500 is not there. Okay. Let me go to another one where salary is greater than 3,000. So here what we'll do budget is greater than 500. Now let me run this, and you can see where budget is greater than 500. All the information is here where budget is greater than 500. Now we have less than operator. So we'll use less than, and here we will get all the information where budget is less than 500. See, we are getting where budget is less than 500. Now we'll see the next one where greater than and equals to. So in greater than, we were not getting this 500 one information. Now when we will do greater than equals to, here we will get all the information where budget is 500 and above. So let me run it and we can see the information where budget is 500 and above. See, 500 is also there and above data is also there, like that. Now the another one is less than and equals to. We'll see less than and equals to here. We will get all the information where budget is 500 and below, including 500. So as you can see, we have all the information where budget is 500 and less than that. Now let me check another. So here we have not in operator. So let me do select start from FD project. And then what I'll do, I'll say budget not in. Here we have 500, 200 and 300. Let's say I'll take these three data, 500, 200, 300. And I'll run this command quickly and you'll get all the information, but not these information, 500, 200 and 300. Got it? Now let's see, we'll check for this in operator. So this in operator, what it will do, it will take all the information where budget is 500, 200 and 300, not any other budget information. Yeah. Okay. So as you can see here, we have these information. So this is some similar to equals operator, but in equal operator, we can feed only one information. Here under in operator, we can enter multiple informations like this. Yeah. Now let me see for another one. We have between X and Y. So let's say if I'll say between 500 and 1000. Yeah. So here we will see between 500 and 1000. Sorry, between 500 and 1000. The syntax is between 500 and 1000 like this. Now run this and we are getting all the information, all the budget which lies between 500 and 1000. So between 600 and 800, including 1000, including 500, 750 and all the information, all this information comes between for the, when we will use this operator. Okay, then not like. So again, let me do select start from project. And let's say if I want to say that we're assigned to, let me take this column, we're assigned to not like, and what I'll say here, I'll say that John should not be like John. So I'll enter John %. And let me run this command. Yeah. So as you can see, let me take this column as well. So here we have assigned to is someone else, but not John, not like John. And we will see
my first HTML title.
when we will say like John, in that case, all the information will come where John is there. Okay, so this is the purpose of this like and not like function operator. Then we have simple addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. What it will does. So let me do select this thing again. And let's say if I'll do here, I'll say I'll say budget should get incremented by 1000 from FD project. And let me not use this where clause. So here what will happen, all the budget will get increased by 1000. So here it was 500. I'll take this budget again, budget, and here the incremented one, INCR. I'm giving alias name as INCR. Now let's run this code. Let's run this code and we are getting that budget is 500. It got incremented by 1000. So this is what the use of this addition operator. So I can use this. I can use this subtraction also. Now let me run this quickly. and we can get, okay, so it was 500, 1000 got subtracted from here, and it will get minus 500, minus 800. So this is the use of subtraction, this minus operator. Then we have this multiplication as well. Let me run it quickly, and you can see it got multiplied by 1000. So whatever the budget was, it got multiplied by 1000. As you can see, all this data got multiplied by 1000. And now let me do division from here, and we'll get that all the information will get divided by 1000. So all the division will come here like that. So this is nothing but a relational operator, and this is going to help you a lot when you will perform mathematical operation in your project, in your normal SQL PLSQL code. Okay. Then we have concatenation operator. This is nothing but concatenation operator, not null and or. Okay, so I'll quickly show you what you can do with these things. So let me run this command again, and let's say if you want to, concatenate these two columns, status and assign to. So how you can do that? Let me remove it, remove this column, and what I'll do, I'll concatenate these two columns here. So I'll concatenate it. And for concatenation operator, I want to give a space. So for space, I'm giving under single quote, I have provided a space, and I concatenated status with this space, and the whole stuff I'm concatenating it with assign to. Okay, so very simple. I'm giving an alias name here, concat. Now run this command, and you can see this is the status. This got concatenated with assigned to. So here I have given this space thing. You can give a hyphen as well. So that will also act the same way. But the purpose is I want to show how you can concatenate one column from another column, or you can write a string as well. No problem. If you want to write a string, so test data. Let's see if I have written it, and now I'm trying to concatenate it with our existing column. So what will happen? It will concatenate this string. See, closed test data. This thing gets concatenated here like that. Okay. So here, because we have entered a string, what we can do, no need to give this another concatenation field, because this also comes under string itself. So we can write this statement somehow like this. Now let's run this. This will give same result. See. Yeah. Now let me see what is the another topic, not null. Okay. So we have this table. We have a lot of informations. Now we want to see how many people or how many projects are there where budget is not at all allocated. So what we can do for that, we will write, let me remove it from project, and under where clause, what we can do, we can write the column name, let's say budget. I'm taking this budget column. Budget is null. When I'll say null, all the null value will come. I think there is no any data, so nothing will come. And here, if I'll say budget is not null, and here all the information will come where budget is not null. So all more than 10 rows are there where budget is null, not null, because we have all the information where budget is not null actually. Let me, so what I can do to show you null value, I'll just delete this information so that you'll get, okay, null. I'll make it as null. So for that, I'll update this code quickly. Update FD project. Using this way, you can understand how you can use update code to update your data. So I'm doing update the table name and the column what I want to update. So the column is budget. I'm doing it as null. So you cannot write equals null. This is not a, what happened? I don't know how this scratch has come. Okay, but let it be. Let's
Somebody is scribbling in the screen.
Okay, so guys, please don't do that because unnecessary we will be facing issue. But so okay, let it be as of now. Yeah, thank you who have cleaned it. So we cannot write something like this actually. We cannot write budget equals null. This is not a valid statement. We have to write something like this. This is again, this is not a space. This is just null value. I'm not putting it space. This is just a null value. Just a single quote. I mean, without any space value. And what I'm saying here, where ID column, the name of the column is ID1 equals 1, or maybe I'm doing in. I'm using in operator to update two columns information where ID equals 1 and 2. Let's say I'll update these two rows. So let me run this, and we can see that 2 rows got updated. Now let me do this. Let's start from project to get all the information. And as you can see, we don't have any value here and in budget column for these two projects. Okay. So now I'll show you the null, what null will do. So when we will be doing select these columns from this table where budget is not null. So in that case, we will, so I'll show you that this null first. So we'll be showing where budget is null. So in that case, what will happen? Only these two columns will, only these two rows will get returned. Let me run it. And as you can see, we have these two information, these two value. So instead of writing the whole column name, I'll write I'll write select star. Okay. So I'll be doing select star from project where budget is null. So what will happen? I'll get all the columns of these two rows only, because we are here only budget is null. And when I'll say budget is not null, so in that case, I'll not get these two rows, but I'll get all other rows, all other information, all other data like that. So as you can see, we don't have this ID number 1 and 2 because that is having null value, and we have written in where clause that we don't want that null value. So this is what our purpose of this null and not null use of this thing, this operator. Now let me come back to this and we'll see and or. Okay, so and or, these two operators is getting used under where clause. So what we does for and or, we can write something like this, where let's say where assigned to, what I'll do, where assigned to equals John Watson. I'll say John Watson here, and I'll say and budget, and budget in, I'm using in operator, and here I'll say 500, 200 and 100. So this is the use of this and operator. And operator is not doing more filtration over this thing. So if we will run only this much command, let's say if I'll select only this thing and I'll run it, I'll get all the projects where John Watson is there. Okay, here all the projects are there. All the projects where John Watson is there. Okay. So here we have 100 is also there. And then, yeah, so only 100 data is there. Now what I'm saying, where budget in 500, 200 and 100. I don't want any other information. I don't want this 4001. I don't want this 301. I don't want those information. For that, what I have done, I have written and operator, and I filtered, implemented one more filter on budget column using this in operator. So this is how this thing will be getting connected. I mean, this. So now I'm going to run this query, and I'll get John Watson data, first filter. The second filter is only 500, 200 and 100. So it may possible that 500 budget is not there, so only 100 is coming. 500 and 200 budget is not there, so only 100 is coming, like that. Here what I can say, I can write one more thing. I mean, instead of that, what I'll do, I'll write budget is greater than 500. So all the informations where budget is greater than 500 and belongs to John Watson will come. So here, as you can see, we have budget is greater than 500 and all this information is belonging to John Watson. So this is the use of AND operator. It actually concatenate two not concatenate, but it combines two different filters like that. And then we have OR clause. So here what will happen, this is also getting used under where clause, but what will happen, it actually, if either this condition is getting true or this condition is getting true, in both the situation it will return some value. I mean, let me show you first. Yeah, so here we have all the information which is either belonging to John Watson or budget is greater than 500. So all the information will come which will fall any of these condition. So that is what the use of this OR clause or operator. So we use and an OR operator under where clause actually. Okay. Now what we have in our agenda today? Nothing left. So we have covered relational operator here. Anyone is having any doubt till now?
For not equal to operator, we can also use another operator, right?
Like?
One is bank operator and equal to sign. Can I just ping in chat?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Where is the chat window? Here. Okay. Yeah, please ping your input. Yes, not equals to, exactly. He's right. So what he's saying, so we have, I'll show you the document. So here we have this not equals to operator. Okay, so we can write it using this way, or we can write it using this way. The way of representation is different, but both are having same kind of operation. So here also, when we want to say that this data or this column should not be equal to this data, so we can use either this symbol or this symbol. I'll show you quickly in our SQL workshop. So let me run this code, and so let me say that where, let me see here. Here what I've done, where budget is, what I'm saying, not equals 500. Okay, so I have done select star from the project where budget is not equals 500. Let me run it. We are getting these many information, but we are not getting that information where budget is 500. Okay, so we can write using this symbol or this symbol. Both will be doing the same thing. Let me run this again, and you'll be getting the information here. Okay, so the use of both symbols are same, but yes, the kind of representation is different. Yes, please.